Monsters stuck in your head. Monsters under your bed. We are monsters. Oh, we are monsters. Oh.
Reality check, wake up. We're all living in hard times, you couldn't make this up. What happened to humanity? I look about and see nothing but casualties. How we supposed to live casually when kids are killing kids, falling victim to the streets and the police? Well, when was the last time you see a bobby on the beat? Now ask yourself, is it right that we pay tax to pay salaries? Nah, we're all slaves to the government. They give us weapons to kill off the population. And fuck the media, I'm screaming all lives matter. Just take a look at what's happening in Libya. Innocent families being devastated and sold off in auction. How we letting this happen? I'ma be honest, I'm not proud to be human. We have all been fouled by the system.
Monsters stuck in your head. Monsters under your bed. We are monsters. Oh, we are monsters. Oh.
They want us to live life in fear. They try to blind us with lies, fam, it's mad out here. We're living in a time where you could lose your life to the knife and still get no justice round here. R.I.P. We're living hell on earth. How can you shoot up a church or a school full of kids? Like, when will we learn? These judges need to start handing that bird. No one's safe with man and man in the curbs. No one. They call it terrorism, I blame the government. They're the reason the poor suffocating. We gotta hustle to put food in the kitchen, praying for a better day, but no one's listening. I'ma keep chasing these dreams till I start seeing changes. And with the world of vermin, we need to learn that creating monsters will never bring world peace. We need to put the knife down and unite on these streets.
Monsters stuck in your head. Monsters under your bed. We are monsters. Oh, we are monsters. Oh.
Welcome to Keep It Locked. My name's Tawfiq Sadiq. Introducing our first guest.
Flamezee, come on, you know what it is. HBG in the building. Every time, come on.
Every time. There we go, Flamezee. Where do we start from? Should we start from the beginning?
Wherever you want to start from, I'm here to answer your questions,
Alright,
man.
bro. So tell me, how old were you when you first kicked it off? What got you into music?
To be honest, back in the day, my cousin, his name was Mackie D, he used to roll with Roll Deep and that. So when I was about 13, I always used to try and steal his lyrics. Like, you see them ones to the point where man caught me and it, I never knew the consequence.
To the side, as it were.
So yeah, he was a bit pissed really at the situation, and I said to him, "Can you help me write my own lyric?" He never did, which I love the fact that he didn't let me do, because that tough love made me want that more. So yeah, I eventually ended up going home, writing my own lyrics. And yeah, it just kicked off from there. So I'd say between 13 I was interested. Couple of years, like obviously to listen to new artists at the time and stuff. Then 15, it was a serious thing. And yeah, I've been here ever since, man.
Where did you start first recording? When did you realise that that's really what you wanted to do?
The first time I was embarking, it was in someone's shed. Yeah, we had a setup. Like for me, I never even been in that environment before. I'm talking about, do you remember the Sony Ericsson phones?
Yep.
You used to record yourself on there and stuff like that. So when I was in a proper studio, I was nervous. Like, it's mad. Like, you've got a microphone there, you've got an engineer there, no one there knows you, and you're just meant to sit there and record. Like, it's awkward. For me, it was awkward. But
you mentioning like barking.
Yeah.
So coming straight out of Essex.
Yeah, Essex, man. Dagenham.
Yeah. Rolling with the boys. Tell me about your keeping it grime. Tell me about them shows. How did that start?
Keeping It Grime started on a radio station called Empire, London. That was based in North London near Enfield. And yeah, basically the situation was, I had enough when I was young trying to come up. I see these MCs Like, no one ever really let man come through on sets and stuff like that. Obviously, the older group I was around, when you used to hang around on the streets, you had the beat play.
Yeah.
I was always last to spit out of that group. So I was just fed up, and obviously I was grown at this time to the music scene. I knew people in the music scene. But bearing in mind, in the back of my head, I never forgot, none of these men ever brought me through.
Right.
So the platform I wanted to provide was for young artists
to
come through on radio, mix them with legendary artists like Flirter, Rochi, AJ Tracy, like the list goes on. All them men have been on my sets. And they've all been around up and coming MCs. So could you imagine being on radio and D Double walks in?
Right.
Like, bruv, that is a madness.
Right,
It's mad, like, yeah. So that's what I wanted to try and bring to the table. Yeah, it went that good. People sort of forgot that I was an MC.
Right, okay,
It
so
was
that
more-
took away more from
Yeah.
your spotlight. in
Yeah,
the
it was
sense
more,
of,
I'm a
like,
radio
bringing other
promoter.
people
I'm that
on.
guy that makes flyers and puts people on sets.
Okay.
That's how it ended up looking. It's gutting, really, because I should never have walked away from that. Like,
Because it was a platform.
yeah, it was a big platform, but my name sort of weren't an artist. It was more, he's a promoter that puts stuff
Right,
together.
so you went from being the artist to being the
Yeah.
promoter.
Like, I was selling merchandise, like literally, I had A4 sheets of paper, addresses in America, everywhere, bro.
Right.
Like, I sent in New Zealand, America, Australia,
Oh, wow. Okay.
and it was good. But like, for me to sit there and stop that hustle completely, because I actually did stop the hustle. Even I stopped taking T-shirt orders. I stopped doing all of that because I needed to put myself back in that,
back in
back
the
in the limelight. Do you know what I mean? So
Okay.
one of my good pals, Ranger, he introduced me to obviously Ed and Hayden, which is
Right.
the HBG family.
Okay.
This is later on, after like literally after the Keeping It Grime sets and stuff. I think I took about 2 years off, man. I think I shouldn't have done that.
Right.
That was really everything I worked for. I just threw away at that time.
What put you back in? What set off that hunger?
I know I've got talent, man. Like with me, what separates me from other artists, and I say this to any artist. Like my lyrical content, some of the stuff that I write, like I do grime. People know me as a grime MC, but no one's really heard me on rap beats and stuff.
Oh, okay.
Like,
so apart from grime, you're doing the rap.
yeah, I
stuff
do
as
that
well.
on the side, but obviously the thing with me, like for example, basically, you get a lot of people jump on the bandwagon. This is how I can break it down. So this knife crime thing,
Right.
I've been pushing this knife crime thing for a long, long time. Before I even got stabbed, I've been doing this thing. Yeah.
Okay.
Nah.
This is someone that's like.
Listen, I've been doing this out of love, man. Like my partner will tell you, she tries to stop me walking out that door to go and do anti-knife crime event.
Right.
Yeah,
Okay.
because R.I.P. Depps, man. We all know he was at a charity event because his boy got stabbed previous years before, and that's what that was for. And he got stabbed at that sort of event.
Wow,
Yeah, so it's mad. And yeah, my partner, she don't want me doing that sort of stuff. But at the same time, I've still got to march through it and do it, because who's going to be the speaker of the streets when I'm an old man and the next generation are coming up? Yeah, because where I live, no one's doing that. But this goes back to what we were just saying to you, yeah? A lot of people are jumping on the bandwagon now. Knife crime, the hottest topic.
Definitely.
So
definitely.
everyone's going to want to talk about that.
What's your opinion on the anti-knife campaign with the chicken boxes?
We do, what? I don't.
They've got the black chicken boxes. They sent it out to like Chicken's Cottage, Dixie, and literally.
Oh, do you know
like
what? I've read something about that. What the government are doing.
Yeah, that's the
to be
government's
honest,
take on anti-knife crime chicken
right,
boxes.
listen, I've seen the headline,
Right.
but I've not read up on it.
Oh, okay.
I'm focused on me.
Literally, just going by what I believe it to be is they've literally just set it up so a bunch of chicken shops, your local chicken shop, you name it, they're sending boxes there. Not the big ones though, so not KFC. But
Wait,
we're
so
talking
wait,
about
so
Cottage Chicken,
They're
Dixie,
they're taking
Morley's.
over chicken companies' branding of boxes.
Literally, it's just a black box hashtag. I think.
Well, is that going to spread the message? Yeah.
Well, that's what they're trying to do. I'm not,
Well, who's doing that? Boris Johnson.
Well, I guess it's Boris Johnson and the government. I think it's literally the Home Office. Like, I mean, do you think that
Bruv,
the youth today
I'm not gonna
see
lie.
a box and
I'm not going to lie. When I'm eating chicken, I'm not looking at the box, bro.
you're not looking at the box?
So for me, that's the gist of No, they're gonna hit a brick wall. That ain't spreading no positivity, man.
Yeah, it's not.
That's
really
just
not
wasting
really
time.
cutting
Like, I'm not being funny, man. They're cutting NHS funding and stuff. What? And then you're telling me they're coming out with you're doing hashtag stop knife crime chicken boxes.
Literally,
Come on,
that's
bro.
what they've come up with.
I know what I want to say, but I'm not going to
This
say it on
is
camera,
why we're
man.
here. I mean,
Whoever's doing that, that's just someone else jumping on the bandwagon, man. You're stupid.
it's not going to help.
Chicken boxes, man. You're eating your chicken. You see someone you got beef with. What are you going to do? You're going to look at that guy you got beef with. Or you're going to look at the chicken box and go, nah, nah, man. These kids need to be rehabilitated, man. They need youth centres. They need places where they can let out their energy, man. Because you see these youths today, there's nothing to do, you know. When I was growing up, there was outdoor swimming pools over parks, stuff like that. Like, it was like your community. Everyone was in it. Now, you just see, like, it's madness, bruv. Like, the whole situation's crazy. There's ways to solve that situation, yeah? And the government, I don't even know why they ain't doing it. Like, do you know what I mean? I'm out here risking my life every day. Yeah, I can't even walk out my flat.
What kind of things are you personally doing for your anti-knife campaign?
Well, I'm based with two groups. One's from Birmingham, one's from Manchester. One of them's called Safety Guy Foundation. Do you know Rob Reed? He used to be middleweight world champion. He's retired now.
Right.
He's part of that group, Safety Guy Foundation. And then the PF Aesthetics. These guys are doing the knife amnesty campaign at the minute, so I'm linked up with them. But what they do as a company, they go around local schools, colleges, universities. They open up with one of my tracks, Enough is Enough, which is about anti-knife crime and stuff. And yeah, basically they sit down 100 kids at a time. They talk to them and and like, you know, the rewards have been so good, man. Like, you've had youth come up to you and say, do you know what, I never looked at it from that way before. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, man, that's what I live for. I have so many messages come through to me as well. Keep doing what you're doing. Like, I've had parents sit there and say, I wish you could sit down with my kid.
Right.
Like, do you know what I mean? And stuff like that. It's
so
mad.
rather than the boxes, you would think in your
Bruv,
opinion,
the boxes, scrap that.
Just scrap it.
Scrap that.
Yeah, talking to the kids, getting to the schools, getting why they're young.
A box ain't a personal thing. It's like me and you face to face talking now. If I sit there and you ask me, alright, what do you think about knife crime? And I'll give you a black box saying hashtag whatever and just give you it and not said nothing. What's that going to do for you?
Not a lot.
So if me and you... Bro, if me and you are talking and I'm saying about knife crime, like, I've done this or I'll do... It's personal, bro.
Personal.
That's how it should be, brother, man. That's how I look at it. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe, yeah. I'm not going to sit here and mug off the government, yeah. Everyone's entitled to their opinions. Maybe the black box thing will work, but...
Cool.
Yeah.
Alright, swinging it back to the music. It was saying that you was performing at Transmission Festival.
Oh yeah, that was last year. That was
last year. Tell me about that.
Well, basically, yeah, like I said before, I come off of like a 2-year break with the music.
Right.
There's a guy that works alongside Eskimo Dance called Zach. To be honest, he's the only one that hollered, man, and sort of brought me back, getting me into that music thing.
Straight into the deep
But
end.
to be honest, he hollered me. He said, yeah, Eskimo Dance are doing a series of episodes and that. Would you mind coming down and recording, like a freestyle sort of thing? And I said, alright, cool. I ain't gonna lie, I was a little bit fanboy and it was Eskimo Dance and that. I was a young boy back in the day. That's the platform you wanted to be on, innit? Like, so, yeah, man. When I done the freestyle, they ain't dropped yet. I've been told they're due to drop.
Okay.
But I when I done that, next year, I know a couple of weeks after, it was, do you want to come spit on the Eskimo Dance tent at Transmission Festival? And I was like, wow, but this is crazy, bro. Like, what is going on? So obviously, yeah, man, got there. I took my partner with me. We had backstage, all access passes. I was on sets with everyone, bruv. Like, not on set, but I was on stage with them, like, in the drum and bass tent. I was with Rat Pack, bruv. Like, seriously, like, that there. I was going to leave the festival until I heard man was there. You know Rat Pack, innit?
Yeah.
So, yeah, I just had to go there.
Tell me what it's like performing. I heard it's like sold out events. So you're performing to what, like 15,000 people?
Yeah, there was 15,000 people at Transmission.
What's that
madness,
like
bro.
stepping out on stage?
Nerve wracking, man.
Crowd of people.
It's always nerve wracking. You see, the best way I can explain it. You see, when you was young, like for me, if like you always had that harder bully guy, yeah.
Right.
If he had a problem with you, and you knew you had to fight, man.
Right. Yeah.
That adrenaline fear there is
the same.
It's the same thing, man. That's the closest I can explain it. Like the one man I must big up, Big Nasty, bruv. Yeah, he took me out at the O2 Arena at Indigo. He brought me out at Eskimo Dance, and I just remember looking at the side of the curtain, thinking, "Oh, I can't do this, bruv." Yeah, man brought me out, and that from there, he's the one that got me over that hurdle, isn't it?
Right.
So big up Big Nasty for that, 100%, man.
There we go. Well done. Well done. Tell me about your new music coming out since then.
New music, man.
What tracks have you got coming?
Bruv, I've got so much I've been working on. It's unreal. My album is nearly finished.
Right.
Finally. I've been talking about that for years. Keep Chasing.
Keep
it's
Chasing.
Called, yeah. So, at first the album was... I went for a stage where I was proper going through a political stage. I was rebelling against the government, and like this knife crime thing just took over my whole thing. And originally it was called Keep Chasing. On the album cover you got a dream catcher, but in and out of the feathers you got that £10 notes, £20 notes and stuff like that.
Any features on the album?
Yeah, there's some features on there. I've got Man Like Fuming on there.
Okay.
I've got Scratchy on there. Popsy English, Killer P, Tug of War's on there. There's a lot of names on there.
When is this album going to be released to the people?
I'm hoping I want to drop it for Christmas, man.
Christmas.
Yeah, because you know what it is. When people ask me before I stopped doing the music for 2 years, I had this title in my head anyway.
Right.
I felt my whole life I've had
Is
to
it an
keep
old
chasing.
project that you've kind of gone back to and you fine-tuned to now bring it to the forefront, or is it?
No, not really, man. Do you know what it is? It's like my life, obviously, man, come from like a background where we wasn't well off. Like my mum worked 2 jobs. My dad worked night work. So my mum and dad never really had time together themselves, and we still just about made ends meet. And like my whole life, all I've wanted to do is be able to put money in my mum's pocket and stuff like that. That's been my goal. So yeah, it's keep chasing from young, man. Whether you got to hustle the roads, as long as you're being smart, and do you know what I mean? Like everyone needs to make money, and this is. I could go back to the government and talk about them in it, because I know what it's like to be homeless. I know what it's like to look for jobs and there's no work out there.
These are the kind of topics that we're going to be hearing on your album.
Yeah, there's a couple tunes on there, man. There's a tune. I'm trying to get the lease at the minute. It's produced by a producer called Syndrome. He's based in America. And yeah, basically that tune has a lot to say on it. Like I'm talking about the slavery in Libya, homelessness, about our veterans, how they get treated, knife crime, school and church shootings, stuff like that. Like I literally cover everything. Because at the end of the day,
what was the song that you performed for us today?
That was Monsters. That was the one, yeah.
Right,
I felt like that was, because you see what it is with a lease. If you ain't got that lease, you can't actually put it out there and put it up for sale and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I didn't want to just scrap this song. So the best thing for me to do is get a video of it and put it on YouTube. I'm not earning nothing from it, but I'm still getting that exposure.
Getting exposure.
And
it's getting out there.
Yeah.
It's being heard.
Yeah.
Cool. What else have we got in the pipeline after that? Have we got any more performances, shows coming up? Any more festivals?
Bruv, I'm looking to just be like, I'm looking to just drop my album and start touring, man. Like, I've probably got a couple of years left in this. Right. Legit. Like, that's real talk. And if I ain't putting 100% into them 2 years, then what's the point? I might as well walk out now. At the end of the day. Yeah, I was in Spain in May. July, I had a booking. In Greece, that was Project K. The end of July, that was Project K. Okay. Big up Fats, man, for that one. Sick, but obviously Paige Cake, he was there.
Yeah.
I think who else was there. There's a few people there still.
How was that for you?
It was alright, man. It's good. It's good. But do you know, for me, man, it's like I like to be personal with an audience. Like for me, I'd rather have a room of like 10 man. Right. Females as well, obviously. Yeah. But just 10 people in a room that are actually going to listen to what I'm saying, than rather have 1,000 people drunk, just raving because it sounds good. Yeah. Right. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? So That's why I want to aim, man. I want to hit like an audience that's just gonna sit there and be like.
So when it
What-
comes to performance, are you saying rather than a big stadium, you're more
I'm open to both. To be
open
honest.
to
Yeah,
both?
open to both. But for me,
personally,
I'd rather.
what's in
Yeah,
your heart of
personally,
hearts,
I'd
yeah.
rather have a small audience that's gonna put 100% focus into me and listen to what I do.
Listen
I come
to
from
what
a
you say.
dark place, bro, man. When I was young, like, I ain't about to sit here and say, yeah, this and that, yeah? I know what I've lived. My people know what I lived. And at the end of the day,
What's your opinion on artists coming up who are saying they're saying a lot of stuff, but they're not
Yeah.
really
like what
they're
though?
not
What,
living that life, so to speak.
so if they're talking about doing this hustle thing and not earning
Yeah.
the money,
But they're not really,
well, it's bandwagon, isn't it, man?
bandwagon. Just
Come on, bruv,
just
look.
jumping on it. So
Why are you going to be fake, man? How many rappers get caught slipping on World Star, bro? They're stunting, they get caught slipping at the red lights. Anyone can get touched
anyone,
at the end of the day.
Right.
It don't matter if I'm the hardest man on the planet or the weakest man on the planet. If you do certain things to someone's family,
right?
you could turn the weakest man into the hardest man.
Definitely.
I'm telling
definitely.
you, bro, it's mad. But, no, seriously, man. It's crazy, bro.
What artists would you say have inspired you
Inspired me. What? Within the grime scene?
within the grime scene across the board? To be honest with you.
But to be honest, man, I got a bar there. There's only one guy in the grime scene, and I knew man personally as well. That's Esco Big Bars, man, from Sweden.
Cool.
Yeah, I got stories with him in it when I was young,
Right.
like proper young. I used to go to East Ham. I don't know if you're familiar with East Ham. Cut above the rest.
East Ham,
They're
yeah,
barbers.
cut above
So,
barber shop,
yeah, I
just
used to-
on the highway.
I used to see him there, innit, Gavin, and yeah, man, like his dad used to be in there as well. Like, it was mad. And then when I started listening to music, when I heard Esco doing his thing, it was. I know this guy, man,
Right,
but
yeah.
he was, to be honest, and like my latest lyric that I wrote, like, I actually put him in there, innit, man. I learned from the best. Now he goes, I'm a murderer, man. I learned from the best. R.I.P. Esco Big Bars. Yeah, like it's paying homage, innit, man.
Okay.
That's what it is, bruv. That's my inspiration within the grime scene.
And who are you listening to today?
I listen to everything from
Everything.
rock to soul, like everything.
On your album that's coming out for Christmas,
Yeah.
what kind of is it strictly grime?
No.
We've got a little bit of rock on there, a little bit of hip hop, a little bit of rap.
It's like rap, grime. That's what it is. This one, but obviously, like I said, this is my first official album. Like, I've had to scrap so many tracks because that ain't gonna sound right
Right.
on it. So I'm always changing. Originally, it was gonna be a solo album,
Okay.
but I was sitting on so many bangers with features. I was like, why not
Can't
bring?
really-
Yeah, why not?
Why not?
But
Put on one.
yeah, so now it's going to be a featured album. There's a lot of people on it. A lot of people, man. Like, there's a lot of producers as well. I know producers don't really get they don't really get credit, do they, producers, man?
No, shout out all the producers out there.
So I
What-
just
who-
want to
what-
shout out Rinser, man, Scrups, Dubstar,
all of these people. I'm
SK.
guessing,
Listen,
producing on-
Alive as well, man. Alive is the one popping at the minute, man.
Right.
Need to check him out and holler him for beats, man.
People that want to, check you out now, right now, what can they get you on?
Instagram is at official Flamezee. Everything else is at MC Flamezee. So yeah, man. Everyone hit me up. I got some madness dropping.
There we go. We heard it here first.
And
Hit
T,
them up, social
T,
media.
thank you,
Bro,
man, for having me.
been
It's a pleasure.
for having me, man.
You know what it is,
Flamezee,
man.
it's been
HBG
wicked.
in the building every
Wicked.
time.
I've been Taufik Sadiq, Flamezee, keep it locked.